Water festivals are fun. In fact, just the other day, I went to a water festival at a local mall. There were DJs, music, lots of people spraying one another with water guns of every race and religion, and we had a ton of fun together. But you know, for all the fun we had, all the money that people spent, if we believe all of these random complaints from all of these random people, then it sounds like water festivals are not Malaysian culture. So poops, culture is one of my favorite words and refers to the shared way of life of a group encompassing behaviors, beliefs, attitudes, customs, and traditions, and yada yada. But if you ask me what Malaysian culture is, wah, I'm gonna have a hard time lah, sepoop. Cause what exactly is Malaysian culture? Is it food? Is it budi bahasa budaya kita? Depending on who you ask, maybe it's 1MDB and ultra racism, or maybe it is just being fat. Wow. Either way, culture or no culture, Malaysia does love its water festivals, which is why we're having the Rain Rave Festival from 30th April to 2nd of May. It's connected to the World Labour Day celebration. It's actually organized by MOTAC, or our Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture. Oh wait, what's that? Culture? Yeah, anyway, I know some of the organizers, some of the DJs, so I might pop up for one of the days. So if you're lucky, then you will get to hang out with a sepoop. Let me know if you're coming, let me know if you're coming down in the comments. But at the same time, a whole bunch of people have decided hats off. How dare you? One of the big faces objecting to this is Akmal Saleh, who's been quiet for so long. But hey, he's gonna play pickleball pretty soon. Good job, sepoop. And you can see the articles. There's even a Mufti statement. Dozens of random influencers trying to show that they are the most agama, terpaling iman, save the country and the world. Tunggang, tunggang, janganlah tak tunggang, jauhilah bala. Apakah manfaat? Ini bukanlah apa yang dimahukan majority. Mana jati diri kita? Mana? Yup, so that's where we are. And you know, all these people keep talking about our culture, our nilai. This begs a very important question. What exactly is our culture? I know a bunch of people in Malaysia who like listening to dugem. I know a bunch of people who I could probably call mat rempit. And all these people, they happen to be Malaysian. Does that mean that dugem and mat rempit is our budi bahasa budaya kita? You think just because some people like K-pop in this country and other people like watching, then surely that is our culture? If some random shop sells roti, jala, cheese, lele, Milo, dinosaur, gegar, veganza, and the owner happens to be Malay, do I assume that every single Malay does that? No, I do not. So poops, the definition of culture that we use says that it's the shared way of life. It's not your way of life, it's not my way of life, it's not your uncle who is furiously typing barwa onto a keyboard while he cannot afford milk powder for his children. Nope, it's the result of every single person in this country interacting with one another, following what they think is cool, and just vibing, you know what I mean? So how are people saying that water festivals are not our culture? Hint, they cannot. But apparently some people just don't think so. They think they can decide what culture is for every single one of us. See, this is one of the things that actually annoys me about the way that people talk on the internet. They always tend to say, we do not behave like this. This is what we should be doing. But actually, they kind of forget that you go into this world with your own mind. You process it with your own mind. You have your own opinions, your own thoughts, your own feelings. Dude, if we were to listen to some of these people, then we really have to accept whatever it is that these people want to gaslight us with. Heck, we might have to start believing that Lim Kuan Yew and Lim Kit Siang are sepoops. And you just have to ask, who died and made you culture king? But frankly, I don't think these people understand what culture really is. And I think they just want to control other people and make them behave like robots. I also find it funny how some of these people become so-called cultural experts, especially when we look at what these people did to the actual culture that this country has produced, like the Yongs and Wayang Kulits, which apparently got banned in Kelantan for quite a number of years. And what happens is that these people just go and listen to random nonsense that they hear online about how, oh, sorry, you're not even allowed to listen to music, and then the next thing you know, poof, everything under the universe gets banned. And honestly, this isn't even the only trend. And you're taking a wrecking ball to every single thing that you could have considered your culture and insult people who say they want to preserve your culture before later crying about how you need to protect the culture that you yourself destroyed. Do you not see how neurotic this is? And do you not wonder how it is that these people who are actively destroying culture everywhere they go even have the nerve to talk about culture? Frankly, I think that what YB Tiong said makes the most sense. If you don't like it, then just don't go for it. It's not like anybody's like forcing you to do it, right? And hey, if you want to believe in Bala, then sure, you can teruskan Kunut Nazilah.
No disrespect to Kunut Nazilah.
Or whatever it is that you want, but as far as I'm concerned, if the festival comes and goes and nothing actually happens, then
I wonder what that says about your values.
But you know, I have a feeling, right, that whatever happens, it actually doesn't matter, because if trouble does happen, then they will say, aha, this is Bala. But then if nothing happens, then they will say, oh, this is because we prayed. No need proof one. And they will keep doing this gaslighting, collecting donations, gaslighting even more until the next time there is something that they can find as an easy target and they can act and rage about, because it is so easy to get this bunch of idiots to support you because they don't actually believe in themselves and their way of life to the point that they need to interfere in what everybody else is doing. God forbid that some of them would actually talk about the whole Visit Malaysia campaign or the money that it would generate, or the people who are actually going into Bukit Bintang and spending money that they otherwise would not spend, or how that's going to contribute to GDP. All of these things are beyond these people. They're not out to protect morality. If you actually wanted to protect morality, Amar Ma'ruf Nahi Munkar, then probably what you want to do is to deal with your own life. My goodness, no need to kepo so much lah. Is it because you're too dumb to have anything else in your own life? But you know, at this point, I feel like the government actually realizes this as well, which is why the government hasn't really said anything.
Or they may say things but not actually do anything.
And everything is going on as usual, except maybe what's going to happen is that some people are going to go out and protest and pray and cry to get more votes. Before, for all you know, even if their preferred party wins the election, then they are going to have the exact same thing again. The same way, by the way, they do in Kedah. Oh, it's only for the Siam community. Is she Siam? Generally speaking, I think that there are some people who have nothing better to pray about and they are praying about water festival in their room, praying that Bala will not come. But mostly I think that these are just mentally vulnerable social media users who will share anything that comes to mind. And for all you know, maybe they are saying that this is all a plot to bring down Malaysia. Akhir zaman, buih-buih di lautan. This is a plot to bring down Malaysia. Anyway, what do you think? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. That's all to say about that, and bye.